Hi Taurus, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So this is your May 2018 general forecast, okay? You'll already have a love reading up on the channel, and now we're going to take care of your monthly general reading. So we're using for this reading the Golden Universal Tarot, which I absolutely adore. This deck of cards is so beautiful, and the Angels of Abundance Oracle deck for your advice. Okay, so let's have a look for you. Okay, let's shuffle the cards. Universe Spirit, what's coming in for Taurus in the month of May 2018? And happy birthday, Taurus. It's your birthday month, isn't it? Just thinking about it. What's coming in for Taurus in the month of May 2018? Show me what's coming in for Taurus. What's coming in for Taurus in the month of May 2018? Show me. I'll split the deck into three like so. 1, 2, 3. We'll collect that back up and let's have a look for you. So the energy for the month, the theme of the month is having strength. So strength is all about having inner belief, inner strength. I mean, when you've got two cards close to each other in the majors. 7 is the Chariot, strength is the 8th one. The 7th card, the Chariot, precedes strength because that's all about having to tussle with outer difficulties and having to find the courage and the confidence and the self-belief and yes, the strength to pull two opposing forces into alignment so you can move forward. With the strength card, it's all about the inner turmoil that we usually go through. Okay, so it's all about having to overcome obstacles, and the theme for the month might be trying to overcome your fears, overcome obstacles with the strength energy. It might be a Leo person. Strength usually represents Leo, but I don't think it's that. I think it's about overcoming obstacles, overcoming fears, overcoming difficulties, and that's what the theme of the month will be: having inner confidence, having strength. What's influencing this is the 10 of Swords in the reverse, which is a nice card because it says that you're overcoming a pretty difficult and tumultuous time in your life. But the strength, the 10 of Swords in the reverse is a funny card because in one way it can mean, when it's reversed, that those swords are far more easier to come out, you know. But then, you know, I think they'd be easy to pull out because they're in the stomach, you know, if they were upright. In the reverse, they tend to be more... Do you see what I mean? Can you see how this person lies on their back and the swords seem to be plummeting through them? So when you're a tarot reader, what you tend to do is, even though this might have a few standard meanings, this can also, when you look at the picture, you say this actually looks a little bit more difficult. And when you get the strength, the 10 of Swords in the reverse, sometimes this can say that a situation is really difficult, really difficult. But we'll see what this is about. I would say usually with the 10 of Swords in the reverse, it's all about releasing difficulties, and that's why you guys probably are feeling far more confident. The theme is about feeling far more confident because you're overcoming, with this 10 of Swords in the reverse, a pretty painful, tumultuous situation that you've been through, Taurus. The root issue for the strength card is all about the Empress. So the Empress, it could be that there was a female figure around you. It could be your mum, for example, Taurus. It could be a sister. Empresses usually are very nurturing and mothering figures. It might be for some of you guys, whether you're a male or female, you've had to nurture and care for children or everybody else. And as a result of that, the focus of the month is all about having strength, because what the influence is trying to overcome this with the 10 of Swords energy. In the recent past, you guys would have experienced the 2 of Cups. So this is a connection, it's a partnership, it's a communication. For example, it's an agreement, it's a promise with the 2 of Cups in the recent past. The most likely outcome for the month of May 2018, Taurus, is the Page of Cups. So you guys should be receiving some good news. Some really good news. I mean, there might be something to do with pregnancy, and as a result of that, the most likely outcome is baby child. But I don't really read on pregnancy in these general readings. It gets too messy, and a lot of people aren't going through pregnancies. So it could be something like that, but I don't really want to discuss that in this reading. I think that as a result of that, you've got this Page of Cups energy. This could be some good news that's coming to you. Coming in, what you're going to experience is the 6 of Swords. So some of you guys are looking to move on, but if you look at the 6 of Swords energy, he's moving towards strength. The direction is this. So there's progress being made in terms of your confidence and your ability to really believe in yourself and your ability to feel stronger within yourself. I think that there is progress. This could also be travel or moving on. We'll see what the back is turned to as well. The external factors for you guys right now, well, there's been a major upheaval for some of you guys, the Tower energy, and that's why you're having to have strength, because it might involve a person, an Empress, a mother figure, somebody who's been quite nurturing. This might also involve a business, something that you've been creative, actively working creatively in with the Empress. It can also be a relationship. You've already got a relationship reading up there. Influence is coming in. Well, the Ace of Coins. This is an opportunity. An opportunity coming to you, but the back is turned, which is interesting, to the Ace of Coins, but we're not going to read it like that. I don't think I should. My intuition tells me not to read it like that this time. There's an opportunity coming to you as an influence coming in. It's money, it's a new job, could be a move, it could be just something that is presented to you. When you get coins that are presented to you, they are firm offers. So let's just call it a firm offer being presented to you. For some of you guys, this is receiving money. Fears of the Three of Swords, difficulties, heartbreak, sadness, disappointment with the Three of Swords, arguments. What's the outcome? The Four of Coins. So I'm seeing stability as a result of an offer coming to you. You've got an offer coming in with the Ace of Coins. I think this is a money offer, job offer, and as a result of that, I'm seeing the Four of Coins, stability and security for you guys in the outcome. Let's see what this is about. Let's get some clarifiers. Why is Taurus, the external factors for Taurus, Tower? Why is the external factors for Taurus showing us the Tower? Right, the Page of Coins is in the reverse. So this could be loss of money, loss of a venture, with the Page of Coins in the reverse. I think there's been a major shake-up. It could be a child, for example, with the Page of Coins in the reverse. The major upheaval here can also be with a Page of Coins reverse. Not just loss of money or loss of some sort, or a venture that doesn't get started, for example, with the Page of Coins in the reverse. Page of Coins in the reverse can also mean that somebody loses interest with the Page of Coins in the reverse, or not putting any effort into something with this Page of Coins in the reverse. But then you've got the Five of Cups in the reverse, and they are reversed. That's interesting. I didn't think there was any reversals in here, but there are. Five of Cups reversed shows here. So I think that this is about not investing, because Page of Coins in the reverse is about not investing, whether this is investing in your education, whether this is investing in a new business idea. I think you guys are not investing in something here with the Page of Coins in the reverse, and I think it's bringing a sense of relief with the Five of Cups in the reverse. So I'm seeing that in your external factors, there's a major breakthrough with this Tower energy, the shift that's occurring for Taurus right now, because I think that this is all about a particular area, a great deal of relief. I'm going to see what this page is about. What is it that Taurus is not investing in with the Page of Coins in the reverse? A Hierophant. So the Hierophant is often about guidance. It's often about learning as well. So Page of Coins and Hierophant work well together, because the Hierophant is a tutor. So this can be a university, somewhere that you learn. But the Page of Coins in the reverse would be a lazy student, you see. Maybe in a university that doesn't want to learn, for example. I don't think that you're investing in maybe somebody who's, I'm not saying it's someone, but it could be an institution. Hierophants usually show as institutions. They represent religion, they represent dogma, they represent traditional ideas. Some of you guys, it can be marriage, not investing in a marriage, for example, bringing a sense of relief with the Five of Cups in the reverse, and it might be the external factors are showing a breakup here, because not invested in, and also because the Hierophant talks about a union, this can be simply maybe a partnership, for example, because Hierophants talk about leaders of men, leaders of people, so not investing in, you know, and this is actually flaming hell, I forgot, this is you. You're the Hierophant. So you're no longer invested in the ideas that you will. Of course. Why didn't I think of that? Silly me, duh. Of course. Hierophant is you, because it's your major card. So that's you. And when a Taurus person shows as a Hierophant, they've got some pretty traditional ideas that they find very difficult to break away from. But I think that you're no longer invested in a certain traditional ideology that you had for a certain amount of time, Taurus. And I think it's bringing you a sense of relief, which is why I'm seeing the external factors showing as the Tower. You guys releasing yourself. There's a sense of freedom, I feel, coming with this Tower. There's a breaking away, a major shift in your external factors showing up here, Taurus, because you're no longer investing in the Hierophant, the ideas that you once held, and it's bringing a sense of freedom, because the root issue is about an Empress. And why is the root issue the Empress? Why is the reason that everything is happening this month about the Empress for Taurus? Well, I think that there's been conflict with this Five of Swords. It could be job loss. So the root issue is about the Empress, and the Empress I would probably now not read as a person. I would probably read it as your prosperity and your comfort, because Empresses also represent being comfortable, so having all the creature comforts in life. But also the Empress, the root issue for you is all about maybe creating something new, because Empresses represent a new business idea, for example. They represent growth. They represent toiling and working towards growing your independence, growing your prosperity. So I think the root issue for some of you guys is doing this with the Empress energy, because I think that there's been loss in terms of work. So some of you guys might have been involved in a job and you might have lost it, or they might have cut back on your hours with that Five of Swords and the Age of Coins. And the root issue for you is all about building that prosperity and that abundance up again, because there has been a loss of cutting your hours at work, or you've lost a job or something like that. And that's why the external factors are saying that there's a major shift that's occurring for Taurus in May 2018, because you're no longer invested in the Hierophant. Now the Hierophant is you as well. It might be that you were a leader, it might be that you led a team, for example, but you're no longer investing in maybe running your own business, a business where there's been a loss of money or a loss of work here, and it's bringing a sense of release. And some of you guys, it might be that you're looking to do something else with this Empress, because there's been a loss of money or a loss of work in terms of what some of you guys were doing here. In the recent past, you've had this Two of Cups, and let's have a look at why you've had the Two of Cups in the recent past. Well, the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is kind of the 50-50, or juggling two things or many responsibilities with the Two of Pentacles energy. And you've got a King of Wands showing here. Okay. So I feel that you have been, there's been an agreement here. Because I think, and the King of Wands is looking directly in at the Two of Pentacles. I mean, you can see how much he wants the Two of Pentacles here. I think there's been an agreement for some of you guys, because I think that what you've been doing, and it might be a financial thing, you've been trying to juggle your finances, and it's concerning a King of Wands. And this King of Wands is looking in. Can you see how fervently he looks at that Two of Pentacles? And he says, which way is this going to go? Look how he's just so locked onto the Two of Coins here. He's saying, which way is this going to go? Alright, so I get the impression that this, you know, there's been probably some imbalance with the King of Wands here, and you're having to reach an agreement with this individual showing up here. And what's influencing you this month is the Ten of Swords in the reverse. And why is the Ten of Swords in the reverse an influence for Taurus in the month of May 2017? Well, the Three of Wands is, and it's got its back turned, so we need to know what it's got its back turned to. Alright, so the Ace of Wands. But also this is looking for a new beginning, I guess, if I were just to read them separately. So you guys are waiting for a new beginning. And I think that what's influencing you guys is finally overcoming some turbulent situation. The turbulence is really happening, I think, in a way with these cards here and these cards here. But it's not really turbulence I see, Taurus, because I think that you're getting on just fine. I think you've got your head screwed on. I do, you know, and it's really weird. I mean, you've got the external factors of the Tower, a major shift occurring in your external factors, but it's also you no longer investing maybe in being a boss, maybe being in, you know, ahead of a group of people here, and it's bringing a sense of relief. So I'm seeing some of you guys leaving something here that you were once, I don't think this is your ideas, I think you were the boss. I think that you might have been in charge of something here. But you'll know that, but if this is your ideas or something that you've been doing for a long time, because Hierophants can also represent family situations as well, there is no longer investing in either what your belief system was, and it's bringing a sense of belief, or not investing in maybe a job that you were ahead of, bringing a sense of relief with the Five of Cups in the reverse. But this area here, whatever that case is for you guys, it's bringing a major change. And I think it's something that you've wanted for a long time, because it's allowing you, the root issue for you this month, the reason that everything is happening is because you're looking to build your prosperity and growth. In another area, you might be looking to, I mean, the Hierophant isn't a creative card. This is somebody who deals with tradition and deals with things that are not of the creative environment, you know, whereas the Empress does. So some of you guys, you might be looking to do something a little bit more creative now, or something that makes you more, because this is about rules and regulations as well, with the Hierophant energy showing up here. And, you know, it might be that you're no longer to pay into, you no longer want to pay into the Hierophant as well, if that isn't you. It might be, you know, a government scheme, for example, with the Hierophant. It might be a bank with the Hierophant, for example. It might be an institution, not paying into some form of an institution, bringing some relief here, because the root issue is about the Empress, you know, wanting to conserve, build your resources forces with this Empress energy, because there's been cuts in your work or cuts in your money making power with the Eight of Coins, needing to reach an agreement with, because there's been some form of unstable financial energy with the King of Wands. And also the King of Wands probably wants some form of decision on what you're going to do with money, or what you owe, or it could be money within the family if you're with someone. And I think the influence for the month is trying to overcome all of this tumultuous energy with the Ten of Swords energy, because what you're looking for with the Three of Wands is a new beginning, a fresh start with the Ace of Wands, that will bring in, I feel, with the Judgment energy, a new phase. And as a result of that, I think that the energy around you in the month of May 2018, Taurus, is all about having strength. And why is the energy around Taurus in the month of May 2018 about having strength? Because the Four of Wands, that flipped out, I had to take it. What is it about the Four of Wands? The Magician. Okay. Well, I think that you are happy to start initiating, because the Four of Wands is also, it can be a card about the home and the house and a successful plan. It might be a successful new venture with that Four of Wands you're looking to initiate. And you are looking to initiate, I think, with the Empress card, something here, a new creative path with this Empress energy, because it might be that there's been cuts in your work, or you've lost some work here with the Eight of Coins energy, and you're having strength. The idea is to have strength and of confidence and belief for the month of May 2018, because I think there's a new project here. The initial success of a project depends on your confidence with that Magician. It depends on your visualizations, depends on your self-belief that you have the ability with the Magician energy. And I think it is that the success of a project, the Four of Wands, depends on the Magician. How confident are you? How skilled are you? It depends on your skills, your confidence, and your ability to make things work with the Magician energy showing here. The most likely outcome will be the Page of Cups. And why is the most likely outcome the Page of Cups? Right, because the King of Pentacles, Taurus, and that's you, because Taurus is a King of Pentacles, because Taurus, as the King of Pentacles, I see you losing money or losing a job, because Taurus has lost a job, or it's losing money, or it's leaving somewhere here. And so I think the most likely outcome is you're going to have some good news come in with the Page of Cups energy, or this is the start of a new creative venture with this Page of Cups energy, or there's an offer, a good offer coming in. I see good news coming in, because you as the King of Pentacles here are kind of losing some money, or it might be there, if this isn't you, then this is a man with money, a money man. So somebody who runs a business, or runs an organization, will be there to support you, because also the Five of Coins is all about supporting another individual here. Okay, and you're walking towards justice anyway, so I wouldn't read this as you. I would say that there's a person around you who's going to support you financially, bringing a sense of justice and balance back in. So it's good. It's a very, very good reading. I am seeing and it might be that you're partnering up with somebody this month for some of you guys, but I am seeing the resolution to a financial problem, and I think this might be to do with a cutback in hours, or a loss of work, or something like that, or maybe you've been running a business, it wasn't going so well, and you've decided just to kind of start doing something of a change, but it's a relief to you, because it might have been too much. The Six of Swords is coming in the immediate future. And why is the Six of Swords for Taurus coming in the immediate future? Show me. So there's a change of direction, and it could involve a woman, Queen of Wands energy. And there's a message. So she's looking at the Page of Wands. Okay, now whenever that Page of Wands shows up, I see where the message is coming from, and it's coming from a Chariot. Alright, so the Chariot can be somebody who, it could be a Cancerian person, the Chariot could be. The Chariot could also be somebody who is very confident, somebody who controls many things. So again, you get these cards with one person in charge of two, like the Hierophant, and this is kind of like a leader, or somebody that's quite driven. The Six of Swords shows a change of direction, I feel, coming in for you guys. And I think that you are very, you're attracting. I think that the Queen of Wands isn't another person. I think it's a facet of you, Taurus. And I think it's because you're attracting in a message from a Chariot here. Somebody who's in charge of other people. So I think that you can look forward to some form of a message coming in here with the Chariot. It might also be a message about travel as well, or a message about a car. Because you've got the messenger and we want to see where's the message coming from. And it's coming from a Chariot. Somebody who leads. Somebody who drives projects or drives things forward. So you've got a messenger coming in here in the immediate future, some good news coming from a Chariot here, somebody who's very much in charge and somebody who's very much in control. And what you'll find coming in from that is an offer, the Ace of Coins. And what's the Ace of Coins about as an influence coming in for Taurus? Well, the Knight of Swords. So there's an offer coming in, and it's about the Knight of Swords is swiftness, and it's a message coming in with the Knight of Swords energy. It's a message, swift message about change, Knight of Wands. So that you've got two knights, and they're both really, really swift. Alright, so this could be information coming through about some travel, or information coming through about a change, so a move, for example. So it could be information coming through about a move, for example. You're being offered something here, and this is because there's information coming in about a move with the Knight of Wands showing up here. Your fears will be the Three of Swords. And why is Taurus's fears the Three of Swords? Because the High Priestess in the reverse. That's interesting. And Temperance. Well, the High Priestess in the reverse can be frustration when this card shows up, and it can also be that just not knowing, or intuition is not on point with the High Priestess in the reverse showing up here. There was another meaning I was thinking of that would have fit this scenario, because your fears are the Three of Swords, and this will be disappointment. And that disappointment is about a High Priestess in the reverse. It might be that the disappointment is because someone doesn't know what's going on with the Temperance. Temperance is about working out the finer details, but the High Priestess in the reverse doesn't really know about the details or how things are being worked out. So it might be that this is somebody else here for you. It might be that you're fearing that there's going to be disappointment. Maybe you've rung about the situation and you're saying, well, somebody said, well, I don't quite know what's going on with this situation as yet. So it might be that you're worried, well, is this actually going to go ahead? Is this actually going to happen? You know, I've got the go ahead here and everything looks good, but my fears are disappointment because the High Priestess reverse, and this is when the High Priestess is in the upright, she knows everything. She's the storer of information, but in the reverse, she doesn't know a great deal. It might be because a woman, someone doesn't know about the finer details or how things are working themselves out. Okay, and you're worried that an offer with the Two of Wands might, with the Seven of Coins in the reverse, lead to nothing. And the outcome shows us the Four of Coins. And why is the outcome the Four of Coins for Taurus in the month of May 2018? Show me. Well, it's because of a King of Swords. This is a ruler. Okay. And this person here is pushing for victory with the Six of Wands. So this person's, you'll find that you're going to gain something by the end of May, because this person will push for victory. This person is going to, there's somebody here who doesn't know what's going on, and you're thinking you're going to be let down, Taurus. But the outcome is there's a person here who's going to be pushing for victory, for this thing to be a success, for this thing to be finalised by the end of May 2018. It's a very, very interesting reading. Didn't expect to get reversals in the deck, though. I'm surprised at that. I thought they were all upright. Okay. Let's quickly go through your reading again, Taurus. So for the month of May 2018, the external factors are showing there's a major, major shift showing up here for you guys. You're no longer paying into the Hierophant. So you guys probably no longer paying into doing a job that, where you have to adhere to all of these rules and regulations, clocking in on time, that type of thing, and bringing a sense of relief. For some of you guys, it might be that you're no longer paying into having to be the boss yourself, for example, with that Hierophant energy here, and it's still bringing a sense of belief, all right? A sense of relief, sorry, showing up. The root issue for you is the Empress. And why everything is happening is the Empress. I don't think that this is about a new creative venture. I actually think that this is about a woman. I think the reason that everything is happening is because there's been a boss. Empresses and Empress can show as bosses. So I think that there is a boss here, this Empress showing here. And I think that she's cut your hours or she's cut your job. So therefore this Hierophant is probably an institution that you're no longer paying into. And there's a sense of relief here. Because the root issue is about an Empress, this person who is in charge. But this person, I think, has been cutting your work back. Or cutting your hours, for example. And as a result of that, in the recent past, you've had to find some form of an agreement. Because there's a person here, a King of Wands Taurus, who wants their money, you know. They're eager to get your money. They want a transfer from you. They want their money. And what's influencing you this month is you need to resolve all of these issues with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. Because you're looking for a fresh start that will bring about a new phase with the Judgment energy showing here. And as a result of that, the energy around you is about having to be strong, because a successful venture, and that strength is all about a successful venture. Alright, or the initial success of a venture with the Four of Wands being initiated with the Magician. The most likely outcome will be you're going to receive some good news. Because I think there's a King of Pentacles who will want to support you. Okay, on your way to finding balance and justice with the Justice energy showing here. Could also be a King of Pentacles wants to support you in a legal situation, for example, with the Justice energy. Coming in, what you guys are going to experience is a change of direction, the Six of Swords, because I think this Queen of Wands is going to be sending you a message about victory, the Chariot. You've finally reached and attained a goal. Or you, as the energy of the Queen of Wands, are saying, or attracting in a message from a charioteer. Somebody who holds the cards, somebody who holds the reins in this situation. And what you'll find coming in is a firm offer. Okay, and the offer is about the Knight of Swords. Swiftness, information is the Knight of Swords, usually by text or by email, about finally a move. Finally things are ready to get moving with this Knight of Wands energy. Your fears will be heartbreak and disappointment, because it might be that some of you guys have called, you've not heard anything, and somebody said, well, I don't know about the finer details or what's being worked out. And you feel that this offer is going to come to nothing. But the outcome says, well, no, it's fine. Four of Coins, you do gain at the end of May. You're going to gain a new position, or you're going to gain security, financial security. You're being given something here with this Four of Coins energy, because I think there is a man of importance, a King of Swords around you, who is pushing for this thing to be successful by the end of May 2018. So don't worry if there's something new in the pipe. I think that you guys are leaving something, and some of you are leaving something and entering something else by the end of May 2018, Taurus. Okay, you'll be leaving something, but you're happy to leave it. You are happy to leave it. You do have some finer details to work out in some areas. And it might be that the other thing that's being offered to you, there are a few delays on that, and you worry that it's not going to come through. But by the just another individual, and it should reach a successful conclusion by the end of May. Let's get some advice on these cards. Universe Spirit, what is the advice in 3 cards that you have for Taurus in the month of May 2018? What is the advice that you have for Taurus on this reading in the month of May 2018? Show me. Focus on your priorities is the first thing. So where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. Okay, so just focus on what your priorities are in the month of May 2018. Make sure that you've got everything in order, because it's going to be a time, I think, of great sort of upheaval for some of you guys. The second card says God is your source. Everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there is plenty of abundance for all to share. And I would read this as the abundance coming through. There's a man that's supporting you guys on your way to completion, to justice. So just know that this is the offer that is coming to you, and God is your source. You're not going to be left high and dry. And finally, abundance mindset. If you think of your abundance as something that happens in the future, then it will always be one day away from you. See, feel, think, and speak of abundance as something you already have in the present moment, and that is what you will experience. Alright, that's your reading, my darlings. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Coward's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys